What's up, everyone? Thanks for geeking out with me. This is going to be my Thor Ragnarok movie breakdown. If you haven't seen it yet, hit pause on the video, head on over to your theater, check it out, come back, tell me what your favorite scene was, who your favorite character was, or what the best one-liner is in the movie in the comments below. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Remember, this is a spoiler video, so if you haven't seen it, this is your final warning. Go check it out before you watch this. Alright, so now that we've got the spoiler alert out of the way, movie starts off, Thor in a cage, chained up, wanting to talk to one of the big bads of the movie. It was quite humorous. He's talking to a skeleton, asking how long he's going to be there. You know, he makes the comment of sometimes in order to get information, you have to get caught. He kind of breaks the fourth wall, talks to the audience. I thought that was really well done. Overall, the movie, the humor that was in it was well placed, well done. I would definitely say it's very similar to a comedy. They did a really good job with just the placement of the comedy, like I said, the one-liners, and the action, all really well done from beginning to end. Alright, so you get the opening battle scene with Thor using the hammer, breaking out. I thought one of the funniest scenes was he dropped the hammer on one of the big bad's animals that broke out, dropped it right on the mouth, and the dog thing couldn't move. I thought that was quite funny. Kind of get that little whimper out of it, like it wants to do something, but it can't, because obviously it's not worthy to pick up Thor's hammer. Eventually, he gets out, and as he's getting out, I thought it was funny as he went through the teleportation device thing, is what I'm going to call it. The animal's head gets chopped off, explodes all over the two girls that the guy is flirting with, trying to do whatever he's trying to do with them. I thought that was some great comedy right there. You know, he's moving around. He finds out that Loki is impersonating Odin during a play, and Thor is very upset because he actually thought Loki was dead. He throws his hammer, and as it comes back, he goes, "You know that you can't stop the hammer, brother." So then Loki turns back into Loki, out of Odin, and then they go in search of Odin, their father. Brings them to Earth. They're standing around where they thought, Loki thought that he had left him, which turns out to be a building that is getting demolished. All of a sudden, Loki, poof, disappears, gets a card. Thor gets a card, heads on over to the building to find out who he's talking to, none other than Doctor Strange. That was a great scene from beginning to end. He shows up, goes in, he's knocking things over, he's got his hammer, he's got blah, blah, blah. So overall, I thought it was a really well done scene. Doctor Who offers him tea. Thor kind of looks at him like, dude, do I look like I drink tea? Doctor Strange changes the tea into beer, and he downs the beer, and then he looks at it, and it automatically refills, which I thought was really funny. I know Thor does look like a guy that really does enjoy his beer. After that, Doctor Strange says, okay, what's going to get you guys pretty much off of planet Earth so that they don't worry about anything. It's just to find Odin. Doctor Strange then sends them over to Odin, who's kind of on an island. Very reminiscent of Star Wars Episode 7 when they find Luke just kind of by himself. I kind of had that same feeling when Odin was brought in. It felt kind of Star Wars-like. Alright, so moving on from there, when Loki, Thor, and Odin are all talking, that is when Odin drops the bombshell that they have an older sister who is the goddess of death. Yeah, a little scary, a little crazy. So that was a great little twist. Being that I don't have a lot of knowledge on the Marvel background, I really enjoyed that scene. They set it up very well. So if you haven't seen previous movies, if you haven't read the comics, you don't really need to in order to enjoy the movie and know what's going on. The kind of what I noticed is redeveloped the characters, made them stronger. So moving forward, they have a fighting chance against Thanos, because obviously we know in Infinity Wars that's who the big bad is. We know he's the big bad right now of the overall phase in Marvel. So to me, it felt like they were just building these characters to make them stronger for the ultimate battle of what's coming. Alright, so now we end up on Grandmaster's planet. They go through. Loki's been there for a few weeks. Used his, deceptive powers, become best friends with the Grandmaster. From there, you get the Thor and Hulk battle, which was really funny because when Hulk busts out, you get the line that you see from the trailers. Hey, I know him from work. Then Thor turns to Loki and says, hey, you know him. One of the other funny moments in that scene was Thor gets the Loki treatment, getting slammed side to side. And then by the time it's all said and done, it ends up being essentially a draw. They're both champions. The next scene where you get Thor and Hulk bickering and fighting was quite humorous. Hulk walking around naked and leaving Thor a nice little image in his head was quite humorous in my opinion. Like I said, the comedy in this was well placed and the one-liners were there at the perfect moments, and that was one of them. The raging fire scene, Hulk big raging fire, Thor not, pretty much. Bada bing, bada boom, you move forward and you get into the next part. Alright, next thing that happens is pretty much they are escaping Grandmaster's planet. Hulk has now turned back into Banner. They're trying to fly a spaceship, and then they find out said spaceship is Grandmaster's spaceship. And sure enough, what happens? It has no weapons as they're trying to escape. They help lead the revolt on the planet. From there, you get Loki turning to all of the warriors that fight for Grandmaster, saying, hey, you guys look like you need a leader. He joins them. Cut to the battle that they're all going through. That was quite fun. You got Hulk taking on pretty much a giant wolf. Thor gets his powers. He loses an eye. I'm not sure where they're going to go with that. I'm not quite sure how I like that feeling of him losing the eye like his dad. We'll see where they go with it. From there, Hela and him battle it out. Battle. He summons his power. He talks to his dad. Pretty much his dad says, hey, you don't need your hammer to be strong. Your hammer didn't make you. You made the hammer. The hammer was used or made to help control your power. Then all of a sudden you get him turning into what to me seemed like Raiden from Mortal Kombat, just the god of thunder, summons all sorts of lightning, and then they have to devise a plan on how to figure out how to beat their sister, and it is to bring in the original big bad from the beginning of the movie to destroy the planet. At that point, everybody gets out. And we get to the end of the movie. You get what looks like Thanos' shift just kind of blocking Thor and them trying to move their way back to Earth, where it seems like they are trying to repopulate and redevelop their society. And then the final post-credit scene, you get the Grandmaster after his fun times with the ladies, is what we'll call it, popping out. And he pretty much, you're assuming he's dead, because there was a revolt, and he kind of appeared with all of the other junkers who are looking for food, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe that they're going to kill him off. I think there's going to be a way that he gets out. In the movie, he says that he's millions of years old. So I think he's going to be very hard to beat, very difficult to kill, and I think he will show back up. Alright, so that is my breakdown of the movie. If you really enjoyed this movie, hit that like button. Like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments below. So my channel's kind of changing. Obviously, I'm doing a bunch of like the comic book stuff, as well as I'm doing some Let's Plays. So make sure you guys check those out. Share them with your friends. Laugh at me. Tell me how bad I am. I'm fine with that on those Let's Plays. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, geek on.